do it. Hello, everybody. Good morning. 10 a.m. Pacific time. How do you like that sweet fade in? Hey, all right. So this time I have regular sketch pad paper instead of backing board. I'm going to carefully check the front and back, show that it is clean. Let's see, was chat disabled yesterday? No, it wasn't. It was slow rolled. So I think that puts a limit on how quickly you guys can respond to slow down the whole thing when there's a lot of people on the feed. All right, so check it out. Last time, sorry, I'm moving some windows around here. Last time I said, hey, I'm going to do a sketch real quick for the people that are diligent and actually show up when the stream starts. And so I did. So I took some suggestions and I started sketching, and then I gave the sketches away at the end, defeating the whole purpose of what I was trying to accomplish. So I'm going to do it correctly this time. I'm going to draw something quickly and we're going to give it away for you guys that made sure to be here on time. So anyone have a quick suggestion on a sketch? Quick. And knock one out real fast. Draw Angry Batman. Draw Dan DiDio. Dan DiDio as Angry Batman. I made that one up. Angry Batman. Angry Panda wants Angry Batman. Angry Panda probably needs a little help. Immortal Men. That's a Team Crispy. Swamp Thing. I like that. Swamp Thing. Let's do it. Swamp Thing. I have to pull up reference. Swamp Thing, there's Swamp Thing and Man Thing. They were both created around the same time, in one of those moments where everyone was probably just like, oh, I want to create something. I want to create a thing. What's that thing we should create? And Swamp Thing is a lot of fun for artists. I think Greg Capullo was talking about how much he loves drawing Swamp Thing, or found that he loves drawing Swamp Thing. Jason Fabak, I know, has expressed how much he's a fan of Swamp Thing. And, Swamp Thing's just... he's a monster, man. And, oh, this is a pretty cool shot here. I'm going to use that as reference. Okie dokie. And I like the fact that I was a big fan of Creature from the Black Lagoon. And Swamp Thing kind of has that vibe, too. I'm sure the Creature from the Black Lagoon was an influence. Okay, you know what I need? Hold on a second. I'm going to test out something real quick, because I need some water. I created this. Okay. Someone said the mic needed turning up. I think it's as loud as it goes. I put a standalone mic over here. I moved the camera over. I created that sweet ass transition. Do you guys enjoy it? Volume okay? No. Randy was a cyborg. Maybe you could turn up your volume. Help me out a bit. Meet me halfway. It's too quiet on my end too. Can't hear. Huh. Well, that's a bummer. Fine here. There. Is that any better? Sounds good. I just turned up my speakers. I turned up from my end. I went as high as I can go. Turn up a little bit more. Sound is good. Let's spend 5 minutes on audio. That is the normal thing we like to do. All right. Very good. All right. Swamp Thing. Let's see if I can do this quickly. Let's see if we can do a count here. Try to do this in 2 minutes. Right? Okay, Swamp Thing. Alright. It looks like he's got kind of typical big head, not big head, big shoulders, kind of monster, 2 eyes, and then he's got this weird thing that happens with the nose, kind of where the nose is, that bone, and then stuff like that. And then he's like a shambling creature, right? Somebody did something. What happened? I don't know. And I just basically switched out. Someone just subscribed, Michael. Demigod, that's what I'm just going to say. Scroll by so fast. Now I need to increase the size of the font for my old man eyes. Bam Fart, is this Swamp Thing? Absolutely, it's Swamp Thing. Okay. That was another sound too. That was a subscriber. Inkion. Oh, what's that noise? What was that noise? All right, hold on. I gotta open another window because there is a window in Streamlabs that helps me with this. There's all sorts of craziness going on. It's like a video game in my head. Okay, recent events. Oh, Marvin Duar sent 1 bit a cheer. Thank you very much. Very generous of you. And Arta TK is hosting us. And you guys, there we go. This is like a comedy sketch without the comedy. Okay. All right. And I'm going to reset this. All right. I don't know why I'm timing it. I've got 2 hours to fill. What incentive is there for me to finish this faster? Okay. Can't see that. Is there any particular advantage you find in using a clutch pencil? I have one, but never really looked at it much since getting it years ago. I like that you've kept this pencil all these years and not thrown away. It's kind of cute. You should throw that stuff away if you're not going to use it. But why can't I see anything on my own feed? There we go. Okay. Well, this one is a gigantic, this is like a super thick clutch pencil. I don't know if it's called a clutch pencil. It's a lead holder. Behold. Very manly. This was given to me by Carlos de Anda, a friend of mine, artist. I bought it in Spain. You could buy it on Amazon. You don't have to go all the way to Spain. Although, it's a much more kick-ass story. I went to Spain to get my pencil. It's from the Catalan. Anyway, so what's the advantage about it? Mechanical pencils are almost always sharp. So if you have a 0.7 tip, there's a 0.4, there's a 0.7. The tip is pretty much fairly sharp. You can kind of get to a blunt side, but for the most part, it's within a fairly narrow spectrum of sharpness. The clutch pencils like this, and smaller varieties, such as this. Yes, I keep my pencils on the floor. I was leaning over. You can sharpen them to get a point, but they're fairly blunt. What I like about the blunt tip is that you can draw very quickly, and the sharper the tip, the slower you're going to draw because it catches the tooth of the paper. And so the goal is to do, when you do a gesture drawing like this to start, you want to do something that is you want to be free and loose with it, right? Free and loose with it. You want it to kind of draw from your shoulder not from your fingers, and because the idea is to get as much energy into it as possible. What happens after when you start tightening it up and putting the details, the drawing starts losing kind of vitality and energy. So the goal is to put as much in there at the beginning, and knowing that you're going to lose maybe 50% of it or more as you kind of do the finishes and the rest of it. So this is Swamp Thing. Already I know that the light source is over here, so all this is going to be in shadow. Yeah. But maybe I'll do something with the arm here. I'm not quite sure what. Maybe he's got a fist. Does he have a fist? The drawing is telling me. You know, the writers talk about, oh yeah, the characters will talk to you and tell you what they want to do in the story. Sure. Same thing happens in drawing. The character's telling me he wants a fist there. Does he? Does he want a fist? Maybe he's holding a donut. I'm hungry. What am I gonna do? Go. Why did I? No, I use mechanical pencils. I use mechanical pencils to tighten up the drawing. So I'm gonna shift from this to a mechanical pencil in a second here. Free associating. What type of eraser do I use? I use this, but I also use a Japanese variety that's super small. Keep a stash over here somewhere. Mono. They're like Jolly Ranchers. Anyway, so love and respect, cool. All right. Oh, I'm not drawing a perfect hand. I'm trying to let the drawing speak to me through sort of automatic drawing. You've heard the phrase automatic writing. And so on this one, I'm going to actually draw with the shadows first. Got some toilet paper here, some ink. It's a German brand called Koronor, or maybe it's Dutch, I don't know. Black India. This is permanent ink. It's called Ultra Draw. It comes in these little cartridges like this. I've been using this for eons. Okay. All right. Dab it in there. You go in here, and I'm going to essentially draw with this. If you do this, you get a texture, which is kind of cool. Very useful with Swamp Thing. But you can also kind of ink like this. And if you need a smaller, thinner nib, you can turn it like this. And then it starts to run out of ink. You can start to smudge it. And create these nice kind of dry brush effects, where the edges are not so sharp and they're kind of actually create some nice gray values. All right, you can kind of see it come to life. All right. Piece of tape there. Any other art books besides Bridgman that I recommend? Yeah, there's a book a friend of mine, David Ross, wrote. It just came out. You can just look for it on Amazon. Obviously, Will Eisner's Guide to Sequential Art, John Romita Sr.'s How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. They're all really great books. I used all of those. And I'm going to put something in the background here. Every second I don't apply ink, it's actually getting soaked into the tissue, and I'm not going to get as dark of a line, so time is of the essence, as they say. And I'm going to have a diagonal component to the light here. This is my Bob Ross Happy Swamp Land. Happy, what is it called? Bayou? Happy Bayou Trees. And I realize I've kind of drawn into the art itself. Okay. There we go. That's kind of the line right here. Okay. So you can kind of see what I've got going on. Weeping Willows. Thank you, Steve Cannon, for subscribing. Pity 83. Why Hai. Laurent. Daddy Daz. Cool. Okay. At the portfolio reviews, I'll probably do once or twice a month. Although I did enjoy it. It's a very different kind of giving feedback. It's not quite live sketching, but obviously draws upon the same kind of knowledge. All right, so now, but I will put more events right now. I think this is the last event that's been posted. You check out Event Manager. All that stuff will be posted on there. I'm just really trying to kind of balance my own work, time with my family on the weekends, time with my kids, gaming, whatnot. That's kind of our thing. But the art review was cool. And actually, Kira, I need to figure out how to mass email all the 25 subs. I know I can download it from Twitch, all their email addresses or their contacts, but if there's a way to just quickly send them a message telling them where to send their portfolios, so I can kind of look through it and pick the ones that I want to kind of address or and it's not like, so I looked at this guy named Michael's work, and it's not like I'm not going to look at Michael's work again. I'll pull up I only really kind of made comments on 2 of the 4 pages he submitted, and so if there's a discussion where I'm going to focus on drawing backgrounds and perspective, I might pull a variety of different people's work as examples as I get more and more into it, rather than just focus on kind of one person's work per se. So anyway, you can see here I'm just adding detail. I think the reason why artists love drawing Swamp Thing is that there really is no wrong line, so to speak. As you can see, I'm just kind of drawing out of things. I'm reacting to the random shapes of shadows that were kind of placed, and just kind of tracing them, putting borders around them, and making these kind of random kind of shapes into something. So that was his ear, and then that's kind of the tendon that goes from here to here. All right. And so you can see I'm just kind of basically how often do you use tissue? Well, I use it for covers mostly. Well, when I ink myself, although the Wildstorm number 8 cover that I did recently, Scott Williams inked it, but I went and did the tissue effect for the background. If you Google the Wildstorm issue 8 cover, Jim Lee, you'll see my variant edition that features a character called Shen, which was formerly known as Swift, and you can sort of see that. I know I rely on it a lot. I do it a lot. I don't want it to be like a cheat or something that I do in lieu of a background, but I just like the effect so much, and it's a lot of fun, and it just gives it a very kind of dramatic effect that it's very hard for me to kind of resist using it. But at some point, you guys will go like, ugh, not the tissue effect again, just in that tone of voice, and I just don't want to be caught doing the same thing over and over. Okay, so you can see I'm just pulling out tendons, or is it roots? Or what is the vascular system within a plant called? It has a certain name. Anyone know? It's the network of things that delivers water to the different, parts of the stream is relaxing. Did he say Groot? I did not say Groot. Watching you shade with tissue is like watching a drunk permanent marker ace the SATs. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, your own mileage may vary in kind of using tissue effect. Just know that I've done it a lot over the years, and so after a while, you kind of know where it's going to go and how to kind of get a thinner line, a thicker line, and all that kind of stuff. Water tube sounds right. You guys are talking about large format scanners. Yeah, Mustac has a cheaper one. When I was in Italy for a year, that's kind of what we purchased. It was like $300 or $400, but you can get much nicer ones for like up to like 10 grand. But I think there's the Mustac is okay, but there is a difference between that and let's say a $2,000 scanner. I've noticed the difference. So even at the same quote unquote resolution, that $300 scanner is not going to give you the same results. Although that was over 15 years ago. Scanner technology has probably just really come quite a ways. So at the end of the day, maybe that $300 or $400 scanner at this point is sufficient. This is actually kind of a full-on sketch. I was just going to do a headshot, but I don't know. I guess I've just really got into the Swamp Thing. Volume going down. It's on me, Marvin Duran. I tend to, all right, so I'm here in my office. I'm here by myself. Usually when you're at a panel, you can hear yourself kind of echoing. You can hear your voice through the speakers. It's odd talking to, it literally is like talking to yourself in an empty room. So if my voice kind of trails off, it's because I realize that I am here by myself and I feel odd just babbling, right? So I will go ahead and give me those reminders like, hey, dude, we can't hear you. Did I design Sub-Zero for the Injustice game? Depends. Did you like the Sub-Zero design? Waiting for the response with bated breath. Did he like it? Did he not like it? The suspense is killing me. Amazing. Someone says, all right, you guys love it. I did do the design. Thank you. Thank you so much. I did do the design. I designed all of them. And yes, I've seen the feedback. Some people in my in my Twitter feed will literally be like, "Oh my gosh, this design, Sub-Zero, Raiden, what have you, the best." And then literally the next tweet, it's like, "Oh my god, Jim Lee sucks so bad. I cannot believe they allowed him to do these designs. They look so different." Yeah, the whole point of doing designs for characters that already exist is that you just don't draw them the exact same way they did before because people have already done that. So yeah, you have to kind of go on a limb and do something that, um, especially that's tough. Especially if you like the original design and go like, oh man, this Raiden design's really cool. I wouldn't tweak it at all. And then they go, well, it doesn't look really any different. We kind of wanted you to do something visually different so people know it's your style. And I said, okay, uh, let me get my high collar reference, connect you guys, hook you guys up right away. Anyway. Cheap scanner. Yeah. Honestly, you know what I use for scanning purposes when I just take a picture of my phone with good lighting. Make sure I don't cast a shadow on it. I crop it and I import it, and that's how I do my color designs. So if I'm doing costume or character designs, I'll pencil them out real quick, and then bring them into Photoshop or Procreate on my iPad and basically draw from there, color from there. What is your opinion of the next up-and-coming artist? There are a lot of great artists that are up-and-coming. I wouldn't limit it to up-and-coming artists. I would definitely not say that, oh, once you're a veteran, like, oh, you're not going to astonish people anymore. I see people in the industry for decades, and they're doing stuff that just blows me away, and or doing new kinds of work, or different mediums like Dustin Wynn with his watercolors and stuff. I'll pick up the volume again here, sorry. All right, so I don't limit it to just new people. I would say, like, what artists out there doing great work. And okay, Arthur Adams continues to astonish. I would definitely wholeheartedly agree. Manga Studio. I do have the program. I have it mint condition in a box in my garage for the perfect humidity. Some of my kids have used it. I don't know, man. I'm busy. So I just use Photoshop, and even with Photoshop, I really use it like I'm drawing on paper. I flatten the image. I don't really use layers very effectively. I don't know what difference or half the commands. I just draw, erase. Maybe I use the crop tool every now and then if I can find it. Because you know what? If you crop an image just correctly, you make it into art, man. Think about it. A lot of like modern art, it's just really kick-assly cropped images. If you take drawing a very commercial piece of art and you blow it up really big so you can see like the grain, the detail, and you might not even know exactly what it is that you're looking at, you can put a big capital A in front of that and put it in a gallery. Okay, you are fast. Yeah, I've been doing this a long time. If you guys ever, so now that I've been on Twitch, I was watching these. I don't know if they're pro, semi-pro. Some of these gamers. This guy named Grims on PUBG. They're so good that it just blows my mind just watching them play these games. I could see the appeal of doing and watching them, and then I go like, oh, maybe what I do is kind of like that. Nah, not really. Yeah. I don't know what this is. I'm just drawing random lines, as you can tell. I think the reason why artists like drawing Swamp Thing is that he's a very organic character. You can kind of, any line, like I said, works. And the whole point is that he is just this big shambling creature, and all these lines are both texture and foliage and moss and whatever you want. you know, psoriasis. This is way more interesting. Well, thank you very much. Way more interesting. I know. We're an elephant. You have to understand my sense of humor. I do know that. I was being facetious. My peeps are online. I am gonna put a flower on him. Spoiler alert. Yeah. Is the stream muted? Is the stream muted? That would be horrible if it were all this time. Razatron says no. Granite Grizz. I'm just messing with you. Everything's fine. Not muted. Just messing with you. Every other sentence. So you won't really know if it's your system or me. I'm being a wise ass. Okay. Alright, so we got the bicep here. Oh, what is he doing? I don't know. Alright, I'm going to make that a shadow of his thumb. As you can tell, I'm a little more awake than last time. Last time I streamed, it was also on a Sunday, but I had just gotten back from Paris, name drop, where I was, on business. And I was definitely feeling the impact. Do I like galbi tang? Does anyone know what galbi tang is? It's a Korean dish. I am badass at PUBG. If you see me in the game, run away. Run away. I will put a 7.62 round of ammunition in the dirt above your head at 10 meters away. That's how good I am. Okay, that's kind of what I have now. So as you can tell, he's a little soft. He's a little he's almost a little thing, like when the thing had smaller rubble. And so I'm gonna now put what is it called? Roots, wider foliage around him to give him a little more variety. I ain't scared of you, Jim. I'll take you on. Okay, sure. Hold on a second. Someone said, I remember that stream. You were watching my stream while having dinner with your family? Well, you had the phone like in between your lap. You're like doing this kind of thing. How does this work? Or you went to the bathroom? That's my move. Where's Jim? He's in the toilet for 20 minutes. He's watching Twitch. All right. Okay. So now I'm drawing white over black. Okay. And this will allow me to do kind of these kind of root kind of things. Right? And these roots look very much like capillaries, blood vessels, right? We'll fix that there where the tissue anchor messed that up. Okay. And then these are kind of like, I guess they're like veins, right? We have it's evening here and we have supper and I have one ear pod in my ear to listen and I already have the stink eye from my wife. You did tell her you're watching like this amazing artist drawing a shambling mound of foliage with a whiteout marker. It's not going over so well, is it? I can hear her screaming. Sorry, dude. I feel your pain. All right. Very important stuff. Way to toot your own horn. I dialed that back, actually. I was going to say something even more self-aggrandizing, but I'll save that for conventions. And the reason why is you can tell if people laugh or not. If you go like, you tell her that you're watching the world famous Jim Lee's, you know, if I say that in a panel, I could, if they don't laugh, I pull that shit back. But if they laugh, you can keep going with it, right? Since there's no laughter here, well, no laughter that I can hear, I have to just be a little more cautious in stuff I say. I'm sure watching Jim Lee stream is the prenup. Yeah, really, of all the things you could do, watching an artist draw a big shambling mound of foliage, I mean, come on, it's pretty innocuous, right? That's probably too much here. For the record, I know that's too much. I realize this. Recently adopted Dodgers going to finish the job this year. I can only hope, as a fair weather fan that has just become a fan this year, that they win, so I can take credit. All right, so I'm gonna go back in. See how this whiteout pen kind of gives you, unless you kind of go in and do a double line like that, it gives you pretty much one kind of thickness in terms of the line work. And when you do that, somehow the human mind goes, oh, I know that that was a pen that drew that line. It's not something that actually exists in this space that the artist has created. So I'm going to go back in with some black, probably a brush or something, and give me more variety in the line weight, and that will help fool the eye, and you guys will actually believe that you are looking at a creature made of compost rather than a two-dimensional illustration with the same weight lines. Shoot, I did that again. I'll turn up the volume of what I just said. Okay. I could draw Clayton Kershaw. Okay. What days am I doing New York Comic Con? Believe Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Somebody's doing something. X-Cat Cave Troll has subscribed. Logan Cloud has subscribed. Joey GM97 has subscribed. Bobby360 has subscribed. The 3 Natural has subscribed. You guys have been busy. Thank you for your subscriptions and your support. We do appreciate it. All right. Okay. All right. Let me just finish the top part here. Leaves, trees, all that stuff. Put it in there. Actually, it's kind of hard. You have to squeeze this a little hard to kind of get the ink to flow properly. So I would have to say it's almost athletic like. Fried pickled herring. Wow, that looks really cool. Thank you. I would love to go to someone's art stream like, oh my god, you're ruining it. Dude, stop. What are you doing to your drawing? Do you even know how to white out, bro? Right? Alright. My kids love it when I use contemporary slang. They're like, they roll their eyes so hard AF. That was horrible. Excuse me. That was a snortle. All right. Oh, getting the brim. Sorry. Do you ever use an official whiteout pen or just whiteout? It's not even called. This is not even whiteout. Whiteout's that stuff that comes in a little cylindrical thing that we used to use to white out typewriter mistakes. Typewriters were like computers and printers combined into one, and you would hit a key, and then this metal arm would fly through the air, hitting a piece of film loaded with ink, transferring that ink image onto a white piece of paper. It's like an instantaneous printer. And sometimes you hit the wrong key, and you use whiteout to white it out, and then strain mightily to position the paper so that the typewriter key would hit the newly created whited out its spot just right. It was impossible. It was impossible. Impossible. If you're OCD, it was the absolute worst. Will Scott use whiteout when he inks? Scott is a machine, dude. He doesn't need whiteout. Do you have any old Alpha Flight boards lying around where we can see them? I do have them lying around, but not here. They're in some box somewhere. I can't play PUBG with a typewriter. That is true. But you can play it with a frying pan. I just learned that you can pick up a frying pan and you wear it on your back, and it saved literally my butt, my ass, several times where you're running and people are shooting at you from behind. That's usually the way I play. I find that for whatever reason, other players are always behind me shooting at me, but that frying pan has literally saved my gourd several times over. I'm just waiting for this to dry. I'm not trying to kill time. Bulletproof ass pan, says Crispy Egg Roll. Who is Crispy Egg Roll? Ask yourself. The frying pan in PUBG is a reference to the Japanese film Battle Royale, where one of the kids was given it in his backpack. That's nice to know. Yeah, so what I love about PUBG while we're waiting for this dry is that it's a combination of like the Hunger Games and obviously Battle Royale, The Most Dangerous Game, which was a movie about humans hunting other humans as the most dangerous game. So, and a little bit of like Lord of the Flies. You know, it's funny when you land in a building and there are other people that land in buildings next to you. The natural instinct, for my part, would be to grab guns and run away from each other. Most players, they grab the guns and then they hunt you down. They want to find you and kill you. And then I'm like, wow, is this really the human condition? Is this really what it comes down to? That kind of bloodlust? Or are they just playing the game and I'm overthinking it? I'm sure it's that. All right, got a brush. Oh, this is a virgin brush. Have not used it. DC is doing great work right now. Thank you very much. Appreciate your support. If you squint, Swamp Thing looks like Capullo. Okay. How do you subscribe? New to this. Jedi Diaz 74. I honestly do not know. I'm sorry. In fact, I think we have a maximum capacity of subscriptions. It's a very exclusive club, this Twitch stream. So I don't even know if you're able to subscribe at this point, dude. So you might have missed the opportunity. Holy Mud K Batman has figured out a way to subscribe. Holy Mud K Batman might have a little more internet savvy than the guy that just asked me how to subscribe. It's just a hunch. Fug that. Thanks for the subscription. I think I said something I shouldn't. How long does it take for it to dry? Oh, Team Ouch is passively aggressively telling me to finish this stuff up. Okay, it's been dry for a while, dude. I'm just trying to kill time. All right, so you can see I'm now going in and creating greater line variance. Does that make sense? Line variance, variation line thickness. All right, so because when you draw white on black, the white becomes a line, a positive shaped line. Like you see the white over the black as a line. When we go in and do this, kind of cut back into the whites recede in space. You start seeing the black line, and so it's kind of, they're competing for what's in front. What's in front, the black line or the white line? And it's a way of integrating the white lines better into the drawing itself. If that makes any sense. I don't know if I explained that properly. Right? But can you tell? Now it looks like the lines are kind of organically, the white lines are organically coming out of the black shapes as opposed to just sort of laying on top of it. And it's because I'm tapering the ends off. We're putting shadows underneath so that it looks like it's three-dimensional objects, three-dimensional kind of roots that are casting shadows. Okay. All right. So this is going to be a sub-only giveaway that I'm going to do right now. And then towards the end, I'm going to do a giveaway that's just open to anyone in the group. All right. So fret not. Although I kind of like this sketch. Maybe I should just keep it. That's my internal dialogue on in my head. Do you guys like it? I have to wait for the feedback. It's very hard to do a properly ridiculous Twitch stream. Okay. How am I going to do the flower thing? Well, he's not really holding anything, so I don't know. I was going to do this thing where he's holding a rose, like saying something like, here for the right reasons or something. It's an inside joke. Some of you might get it. I think there's some stuff going on. Tempest Nick, Jedi X, Mpuny Y, Burrito. No. Yeah, you guys have all subscribed. Thank you very much. Thanks for the subscription. Jathu Khan. Okay. All right. Okay. going on? The Lit Id has subscribed. Albert4286 has subscribed. Were you born April 2nd, 86? My guess would be yes. Or is that your password? Okay. All right, let me just erase this because it's bugging me. There we go. And okay. All right, how do we do this? I've forgotten. How do I do this giveaway? I literally do this every week and I don't remember. I'm combing my brain cells for the answer. I'm combing my brain cells for the answer. Flower time. Who just give it to me and problem solve. The Batman who laughs. Subscribe button is next to the video. Okay. Where do I find it? I'm gonna say it's over here. Okay, let's try this. No, you know where it is? I know where it is. It's the Nightbot thing. There's so many things to remember. Nightbot. Log in with Twitch. Here we are. That's me. Authorize. Giveaways, baby. All right. This one is open. I'm going to open up to mods. They should have a higher chance of winning, to be honest. They're here working free. I mean, I should just say, oh, winner is Kirahiko. Anyway, will there be a scavenger hunt at New York Comic Con? Probably not. Okay. So, doing a little finger painting here to kind of spread that out a little bit. Thank you. Wormser sent me a text on how to do this. Yeah, no, I moved out of Chrome giveaways and I'm doing it through Nightbot, but I think they're very similar. Anyway. Okay. Oh yeah, sub only. Sorry. Sub only. All right. So I'm loading it up. I think they're set 38. I think you have to be an active user, or wait, can I just turn off active user? I cannot turn off active user. So you have to be an active user. Do not spam do not spam the channel. All you have to say is hello or hi or period. Just do it once and then you're activated, you're active. I'll wait till we get to a certain number of people. There are 52 people now that are eligible to win this. 53. If you spam, you'll get banned. You'll get temporarily suspended. You don't want that to happen. Wait, I heard something different. You would think that I actually would know what's going on. Where's that sound? That sound was the sound. It's people dropping in a bit. It's like, throw the shiny object at him. He will turn his head and respond. Boing. All right. Okay, Nightbot. All right. That's plenty of time. We got 185 people queued up. So good luck, everybody. Sub only, and then I will do another one later for just anybody, so we have another hour. I'm gonna make it users active within the past 2 minutes are eligible to win within the past minute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, roll. And the winner is Rotten Rock, ROKK, a follower since October 1st. That is today. Congratulations, you have aced out a lot of people that have hung out here for weeks on end, patiently waiting their turn to get a sketch. You're lucky that you have an anonymous handle, so they can't hunt you down, Rotten Rock. Rotten Rock. Rotten Rock. I'm sending you a message, Rotten Rock. You're going to give me your name. I'm going to dedicate this to you, and then I'm going to mail it out. If you're overseas, I do ask people to kind of pay for the shipping. It's like $40 or whatever. And go, well, it's not a whole lot. Well, actually it is, but so it adds up over time. So let me just do this now so I don't forget. Where to? All right, congrats. And it's sent. Congrats, Rotten Rock. Are you going to be at New York Comic Con? I believe there is a command exclamation yes. There we go. He'll make a profit after selling it on eBay. Well, if I find one of these on eBay, it'll probably be the end of free sketches. You can eBay it a year from now. That's fine. It'll have passed from possibly something I could have benefited from, but I decided to give to you, to something that is entirely yours to do whatever you want with, so that could benefit you. No hard feelings. You know. That's about, you know, like the 5-second rule. If food drops on the floor, not that I've ever done this, but the food drops on the floor, you have 5 seconds to pick it up and consume it. It hasn't been tainted. I think sketches have like a 1-year life where they kind of transition from being mine to yours, even though you have it in your hand. All right. I have one more. Any chance you're coming to Germany? Yes. I would love to. There's a show. There are a couple of shows in Germany I'm entertaining doing next year. Next year for sure I'm doing MegaCon in Orlando, which is Memorial Day weekend. Boston Comic Con, which is like around August 10th or 11th. San Diego Comic Con, which is mid-July. New York Comic Con, which is usually early or mid-October. WonderCon, which is usually end of March, early April. And then I'll probably throw in 2 other events. I was thinking Korea and Germany. But there's France as well. There's these stores called Album Comics that are celebrating their 20th anniversary, and those guys have always been great to me, and I've always enjoyed going to those store signings, and so that is a very distinct possibility as well. Dan Meister, who the hell, he says with disdain and exasperation, would sell a masterpiece? It's a good word choice. Like Jim's sketches on eBay, they got to be sick. Everyone. Sometimes people have to do what they have to do. You know. Sometimes, they got to pay the bills. Sometimes they get divorced. They have to sell it. Sometimes they just lose interest in comics, move on. So I'm cool with that. It's just if you're here exclusively for the sole purpose of getting a sketch so you can flip it and make money, I'd ask you not to do that. That's all. Huh? Rotten Rock was no sub, says Kirihiko. Well, then how did he win? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Controversy. How's that possible? Look, I actually hit subscribers only. I don't know. I don't know. Dang, this sucks. This thing is flawed. I guarantee you I hit subscribers only. Why didn't it work, guys? Wait. Ah, crap. If it's highlighted in blue, that means it's active, and if it's gray, it's inactive. I should say it's a bug, but I think I just completely screwed this up. I think I hit the wrong highlighted things. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. No, I'm just a moron. This is why I draw for a living, guys. In all fairness, though, how do you know when something's activated? Just like, is blue universally on and off? No, absolutely not. Sometimes when it's grayed out, that means it's on. It's like a button in the car for like air conditioning that says air conditioning off. The button is off, so does that mean I push it to be off, or if it's unpushed, it's off? It's stupid. I'm trying to throw car manufacturers under the bus here. Okay, so why not make that the anyone sketch, the next one for subs, says Russell Heath. Very smart guy, that's what I was thinking. So I'm not gonna rob Rock out of a win. So Rob, you're gonna get a quick headshot. It's not gonna be quite the Swamp Thing, but I do feel obligated to give the Swamp Thing to a sub. So I'm gonna re-roll for Swamp Thing, and then I'm gonna draw something else that will go to Rob Rock, who just joined the channel today. Lucked out and won a sketch without even subbing because I'm adult. So Rob, you're still gonna win. It's just not the Swamp Thing, and so I'm gonna re-roll right now. Does that sound fair? Wow. No one cares about Rob Rock. Everyone's like, yeah, re-roll that, re-roll that. Rob Rock is now got a barrel of a gun in his mouth. Poor Rob. No, fair is fair. I love it. All right, we're gonna re-roll. I've hit subscribers, so it is so it's you have to have said something in the past minute. Once you've said something, you are eligible. I feel awful for Rob. Actually, I don't know who Rob is, so I can only feel so bad. And he just joined today, really. So, Rob, you lucked out, and you will still get something. Ant says, F that guy. You guys are the best. The most generous, big-hearted fans anyone can ask for. Rolling again. All right, I'm going to give it... I like it how that you guys even checked. You guys were on it. You knew, like... You guys checked out his specs. Is he real? Is he a sub? Who is this guy? He's not even in the chat anymore. Really? Oh, you know what? He might... Well, I don't know. He might be... It's slow rolled or whatever. It's slow chat, so he might be frozen. Is that possible? All right. We'll play for keeps. All right, someone just subbed. So you have to have been active as a sub for the past minute. So if I roll now, Art Munch, you can't win. But if I wait, 49 seconds, you're active. So I'm going to count to 48 and then just, no, I'll let you in. Look at that llama. He just typed in chat like a minute ago. Yeah, Rob Rock is still around, dude. Why would he go away? People are literally now, it's like fake news just trying to like screw this guy out of whatever. Okie dokie. I think, all right, I'm going to, it says here, subscribers, mods, subscribers. Let me look at this list and see if these look like subscribers. Yeah, I think so. All right, here we go. Winner is Efex. E-P-H-E-K-S. He's not even following, but he is a subscriber. Do I know how to roll him or what? Efex. Wahoo. Okay. Where to send this? Perfect. And then grats. All right. We have like 50 minutes left. I'm gonna try to do 2 very quick sketches here, if I can. All right. Effects, since you won, do you have a character I could draw, or you want to suggest that I could do for the next giveaway? Ink washes with this one, that would help with Ink October. Didn't I just ink that one? That's an Ink October special right there, no? Ink October? That looks like ink. Canary, laughing bat, draw a furry. Ray from Star Wars. Two-Face. Invisible Woman and the Invisible Jet. Yes. With Ant-Man. Eon Flux. Effects. Are you gonna suggest a character to draw? Is Effects a bot? Is that possible? Maybe he's a bot. I like all these choices. You guys are going for some unusual ones. Mickey Mouse. He's in chat. He is in chat. My PUBG character. If I drew my PUBG character, let me draw my PUBG character for you guys real quick. Here's my PUBG character. There's my PUBG character right here. There's my PUBG character. Hold on. Did I have a suppressor on that time? I can't remember. There's my sweet PUBG character right there. Maybe a sweet level 2 helmet. No, level 3. Pretty good finding those helmets. There we go. Don't forget the frying pan. You know what? You're right. Let me put that sweet ass frying pan right here. And here's the hill. half a mile away. Here's the guy that just sniped me with his Car 98 and 8x scope. Okay. All right. What? I'm OCD. Sorry, guys. I can't help it. I'm like, let's make this a real sketch here. I'll put a scope on my gun too. All right. Angry Panda wants angry Captain America. He's all about the angry. Do I ever do landscapes? I have. Okay, Effect says I'm in slow mode. If you could just reply to the message I sent you in the email, that'd be great, as opposed to in the chat. That's awesome. Because that's where I'll find it later. Bishop. Now you're making me work. I got to pull up reference for that. All right. It's been literally probably 30 years since I've drawn Bishop. Close to it. All right. I draw him from this angle because he's got an M on his forehead. Or on his forehead. On his eye. Okay, we got 40 minutes here. There. Okay, let's do that. Second. Pop that there. How are we doing? Everyone doing good? Art gets lagging so bad I have to go audio only. I understand that if you hit Command R, refresh the screen, sometimes that helps with the lag. Not laggy. Doing great. Yes, sir. Yes. How are you this morning? I'm doing great, guys. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Everything is there that we need. Got some construction. He's looking slightly up, so I'm going to start with the nose. One nostril here. If you put one nostril, you got to put another nostril. Divot. We should start with the eyebrows. I'm changing it up. Starting with the lips, the nose and lips this time. This pen is dead. All right. his mustache goes. That's his brow. So you can see I'm not really drawn. So on an upshot like this, you have to basically create the structure. And this line and this line are vital to creating that sense of, I don't know, you just have to memorize those shapes there. And then that line there. And that. And this. I don't know how else to describe it other than if you do that, it looks like an upshot. I wish I could break it down in a better way. I have to think about it. There's got to be a better way of explaining that other than you have to be able to kind of see the eye like right there and right there. So the eyebrow would be there. It's these shapes. If you can memorize that shape and that shape, right? Doomsday Clock is, I believe, November 18th. Great looking issue. Great looking book. Drawn by none other than Gary Frank. It's awesome. I've seen the whole issue. It's beautiful. It looks like it is November 15th, I believe, is the ship date for Doomsday Clock. Is he pointing a gun at the camera? He is not. In fact, he has no arms in here. I'm doing something kind of artistic so that I don't have to draw the rest of his body. Got the scarf. He's got that yellow stripe, and that stripe goes into the void, and the arms go into the void. So I'm just really kind of doing the head, the shoulder pads, the scarf, and then the rest of it will be right. It's actually kind of a Bill Sienkiewicz vibe to it. Ooh, this marker is dying. Let's see if we can coax some lines out of it still. This one's a little more scribbly. Let's see how. Right, I think that's all I'm going to do. I mean, I'm going to add more detail, but in terms of the composition, maybe I'll put some sort of gun back here. All right. Take a piece of paper here. Okay. Okay. Batman chasing unicorn princess. Don't bring your sick fantasies to this to this Twitch stream. I wish I could have carried that out. Sorry. Kind of broke character. Batman chasing unicorn princess. What kind of setup do you use for recording your videos? I have a camera above, one over here, a mic over here, 2 lights over here, and a computer right here, drawing board in front of me. It only took like 4 weeks for me to get this set up. That's how tech savvy I am. All right, here we go. It's got kind of this kinky hair. And if you notice, I'm just kind of doing the shadows of the hair up here. And then down here, because it's further away from the light, you might see some of the details at the top, but then it goes all the way to black here. All right, I'm gonna pop some shadows in here. And then who's my favorite X-Men? Right now it's Bishop, because I'm drawing him and I want to be fully engaged in this illustration. Okay. Ooh, something happened. Am I always okay with drawing something? I'm not sure what that means. Hold on a second, 1 second. What is going on? Ladomir just subscribed, so that's what that sound was. I'm figuring it out slowly. Okay. What's a great idea? Zivik, can you make slow mode 1 minute, since that's the time window for the giveaways? Is that a microwave in the studio behind me? It is a microwave. Why, you have a problem with microwaves? So this office at my house used to be a bedroom, and it has a microwave. I just never bother to swap it out, and I do use the microwave, but not often. Nothing good comes out of a microwave, unless Hot Pocket. Hot Pockets. Those are pretty good, I have to say. All right. Okay, I'm trying to get this brush to kind of a dry brush, so I can kind of get the same effect you get if you use tissue paper. It's kind of, it makes things look shiny, but it also allows me to go in and put some kind of gray values here. kind of mid-value. I could have done this with pencil, actually. I don't know why I'm bothering with ink, but it does give a slightly different effect with ink. All right. My wife just discovered who Bishop is. She thought he was Cable. Honest mistake. How often is reference used for the human figure? Only in the most subtle shots, like if, hands are intertwined, or if someone has an arm around another character. A typical non-power pose, if it's very kind of power-like, kind of draw that from memory. But if there's something that requires some subtlety, I'll try to convince people to pose for me. But it's not too often. I draw very late at night, and everyone's asleep. And it would just be creepy if I kind of started shooting photos of them while they're sleeping. Okay. Oh, this is just it's a marker that is a brush with permanent ink. So it kind of controls more like a pen. A lot of people like this as an intermediary kind of thing to use as they're learning to be able to manipulate brushes, because brushes can be very tricky. The thing with brushes, they don't give you any resistance when you draw on them. It's a very weird feeling, applying pressure to the drawing board with an object and not feeling any sort of sensory feedback. Not sensory feedback, any sort of pushback, I guess. So actually it requires a pretty delicate touch. Lead Killer is in the house. That's Ken Lashley. Is it? Hey Ken, how you doing, man? If that's you, welcome. I'm just messing around. Nothing to see here. It's Sunday morning, I'm drawing. Just goofing around. Alright. Let's just finish up this bishop here. And you can see I'm adding detail to the edges. That was always intentional. So when I go in with ink, I'm really kind of just drawing the center of things, inking the center of things, knowing that I'm going to go in and add texture around the edges, detail around the edges to kind of sell that it's not just a black ink line on someone's face, but it's actually facial hair. And I give myself kind of the room to draw out of the shapes, so the shapes are not fully realized when I laid them down in ink. Okay. So add some details. Wow. Anyway, get the idea. Gun is going to have an aiming reticule here. Let me just draw that in. Outline. Isagi Fix looking awesome. Glad I skipped packing for my trip to watch the stream today. Oh, is my head in the drawing? Apologize if it is. Please draw Isagi Yojimbo riding on Canada. The character from Akira's bike. That's what is Lead Killer? Haha someday. Why? Why are you haha somedaying me? Yes, much love, Jim. Maybe someone asked you if you're gonna have a Twitch channel. Lead Killer. Ken, are you going to Twitch? Get on Twitch. I will host you. I will broadcast you. I will help show the world the magic, the beauty, the glory of Ken Lashley. So get on it. All right. This is a 0.005. This is like the thinnest marker. And I'm just basically adding a little detail. 0.1 or 0.2 would probably be better. This just happened to be within reach. Love the one you're with comes to mind. So I'm adding hair texture, whatever, beard, stubble, whatever, but I'm also creating gray values and just adding a little structure to the face a little bit, a little more structure to the face, a little more texture, a little more noodling. All right, and maybe we'll get some people to subbing. Squirrels Gone Wild. I like Squirrels Gone Wild. Nice. Buchan Red. Buchan Red. Thank you guys for subscribing. What brand of brush, what pen was I using? It is it's from the same company that makes all these microns. Sakura. I never know where the accents are. I'm just really bad with that. I always failed. Iambic pentameter. Iambic pentameter tests. English is a struggle. Sorry. All right. I think I'm done. I'm just gonna add a little bit of whiteout effect. Oh, don't forget the M. Duh. Thank you. Who was that? Mouthy Merc. Yes. I was like, there's something wrong with this sketch. I don't know why. I hope it's this eye, because I'm not starting over again. Everyone was saying it, the Batman. I knew that. It's just I wanted to create some audience participation. They're all going, put the damn M in, you moron. The M. The M, it's Bishop. M for Bishop. Letter M. Bishop. And I'm like, Ken, start a channel. I think I'm done. Put the goddamn M. All right, I heard you. How's that? Anything else I'm missing? Oh, M isn't for Bishop, it's for Mutant? I didn't know that. Okay. M is silent in Bishop. That is exactly right. I like that. Nico Mishap. Ooh, it's Bishop. I couldn't tell without the M. I love the sarcasm. 77 Villa 77. Boobs. Okay, boobs. Boobs? I don't know. I say boobs. X on the sleeve. Ah, X on the sleeve. Look at the details. The big brains on No Hope. Burner. Oh, God. How do you guys make up these Twitch handles? There's really no room there. I'm going to put it right here. That is a professional grade circle right there. All right, let's clean this up a little bit. And add a couple little highlights here. Yeah, yes, 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 yes. No, yes, 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 yes. And clean up this line to make it more graphic. Ken Lashley agrees with me. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate the support. There, done. When will we, well, then we'll add the tissue ink. No, I'm not gonna use that go-to. It's a go-to trick. I'm not gonna use it. This is for Rob Rec or whatever. All right. It is 11:40. Because I love you guys, I'm gonna do yet one more. Would a modern bishop still have a jerry curl? I was thinking that, but did not want to say it. I've been away from the X universe for so long, I didn't want to presume. I think I've seen him where he's had more of a crew cut, and they've definitely tried to update his look. I like personally the hair that kind of sprouts out like weeds. So like, you know, where you bunch it all together with like a head sock and then the hair just sticks out of the top like Gambit. That's the hairstyle I would have if I had more hair, but yeah, I get it. I'm sure there's a way to make Bishop look cooler, but I wanted to do classic Bishop throwback 25 years ago. OFC, he still has the curl. Effects, where are you going? Where are you packing to? If you skip packing, how can you go on your trip? All right. What am I going to draw now? Boy, what am I going to do? Scoodunim says, please let me see your Dick Grayson. It's too easy. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. John Constantine. Judge Death. Okay, I'm gonna do Gray Ghost, Mr. Miracle, Big Barda, Harley, Cassandra Cain. All right. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what am I drawing. Self-portrait. Ninja Turtles. Red Death. The Signal. The Signal. Run Elephant. Really? The Signal? Okay. Guts. Dread. Jason. Mr. Miracle Boy. This could be anyone. Yeah. This could be anyone. But it feels like... I don't know. What am I drawing? Cyborg? Goku. This is Goku. This is Goku, yes. I'm running out of time. I'm looking for some inspiration. I'm gonna draw Aquaman. King of the Seven Seas. I feel pretty warmed up. I should immediately start drawing a page right after I finish this sketch. I should take this sketch and actually immerse it in water so that it gets all wavy and buckled. Give that, sell that underwater look. That's a sick Captain Planet. Captain Planet. That was a thing for a while. Educational superheroes. This is a 0.5 marker. As you can tell, it's 0.3 thinner than the 0.8. But beyond that, it's a marker that works. Aquaman's always had this kind of very clean-cut appearance, and in the new 52, I try to give him a little more edge, some stubble and sideburns. It didn't really stick. I get it. It's not the Aquaman you grew up with. But, you know, in the Justice League, so many of the characters had very similar personalities. Why not? Why not do something a little visually different? It's a guy that lives underwater. Do they have hair salons underwater? Do they have barbershops? I don't think so. T2TH. Who is this? It's Aquaman. It would be hard to cut hair underwater. Yeah, it would be. Because he's underwater, the hair is going to just kind of have its a life of its own here. Actually, very Fabian. Is that Fabian? Is that the guy? Who's the guy with the long hair? Dating myself. Fabio. Fabio, sorry. Very Fabio-like. Yes, Fabio. Yes, confirmed. Confirmed. Is Aquaman's hair super tough, just like Superman's? That's a good question. And why is Superman's hair super strong? I would ask the question, not so much like is Aquaman's hair as strong, but does Superman's hair need to be strong? Does it really? What do we get out of that? We get scenes where he's trying to cut his shave using a mirror, using his heat vision. But what would be the rationale for that? Strong hair. Everything's strong about Superman. So would his eyelashes be like daggers? He could pull off an eyelash and fling it and it would kill somebody? His cuticles, it could be used to like carve into diamonds. Is that what we're talking about? Is that the level of scientific thought we're going to put into this? Or will we just say like Superman is strong because his cellular structure is strong, his hair is dead, his fingernails are dead, and when things are dead, they're not as strong? That's the way I would go. So we could just shave in peace, honestly. It's like we're making this big thing like, oh my god, I'm Superman. I can't shave. I got to find a piece of, like, oh, there goes another razor. I got to find a mirror so I can shave. Because the only thing powerful enough is my own heat vision. Like, he's got to, like, clip his nails by, like, zzz, zzz, zzz. I mean, just let the man get a pair of clippers and just clip him, right? They're dead. That's what I would say. So the answer is Superman. Aquaman's hair is just like Superman. It's hair. It's dead. So Superman wouldn't be bulletproof when dead? No, he'd be dead. There would be no need to be bulletproof at that point, right? Let me fix that eye. I also, the other thing I did is I gave him like these giant eyeballs within the eye. It didn't really stick. But the idea is I wanted to kind of create like almost like fish eyes on Aquaman. Let me see if I can sell it right here a little bit. You know, kind of that dead glassy look that fish have. It's almost like they have a double cornea or something. Didn't quite work. I have to redo it. Do you warm up for 2 hours every day before drawing cover? No, I don't. I don't have time to warm up 2 hours. I don't warm up. I just start drawing. I warm up while I'm drawing. So sometimes it takes a long time to get a cover started and done. So it's more like how much I've been drawing up to this point, meaning if I had a deadline and I've been drawing every day pretty intensely, sitting down and drawing again comes a lot easier. But if I've been away from the drawing board for even just 3 days, coming back and doing a drawing, it's sometimes a struggle. It's muscle memory. It's just sort of fallen out of short-term memory or something. It's obviously there in my head long-term wise, but sometimes I just can't see it, or I can't make my hand kind of execute what I see in my head, or more often I just don't have the energy. I'm just like tired in a sense. Just don't have the stamina or the mental discipline to sit in my chair for the time required to get something done. And towards the end of a deadline, you've been working long hours, so the ability to sit and draw for 8, 10, 12 plus hours, it feels a lot easier to do. Orange Stang just subscribe. Thank you, man. Welcome. Path to Exile. What was that sound? I don't know. Someone did something. Thank you very much. I do review this stuff afterwards, after the stream, because there's a lot of stuff going on, and you guys are telling me draw the M, and obviously I'm not catching it. So I'm trying to be mindful of the conversation, but also make sure I get the sketch done. All right. And because it's the last sketch of the day, I'm going to put some shadows first. That might have been too dark. Let's apply that a little lighter to kind of even it out a little bit. Got a couple minutes here, 5 minutes or so, 6 minutes. It does look kind of Hasselhoff-like. Very dreamy. Shadow of his head in his costume here. The other thing that happens when you're working on a deadline is that towards the end, you're just not as sort of particular about the line, which is a good thing, because at the beginning you want everything to be kind of clear and concise. By the end, you're just kind of flying by. You have this kind of energy to your line, kind of like what I'm doing now. And the lines just go down a lot faster, and then they look good, you know? Inkers can work with it. Sometimes, mostly. Okay, getting back. Draw Nemo next to him. You beat me to the punch. Draw Nemo. Some fish. Draw a fish right here. Do a pineapple in the distance, SpongeBob. I do Patrick, and I don't know. Someone might actually want this sketch because they really like Aquaman. They don't want it adulterated with a bunch of stupid-looking fish. So I'm gonna draw like a real school of fish here. Or maybe I'll just do this and suggest the fish. All right. Got to do this quickly, running out of time. All right, here we go. It's like coral marine life, murky depths of the Loch Ness behind him. Let's kind of have this visual kind of left to right thing going on here. Someone says hi. Are you guys just joining us now? Welcome. All right. And then here's That's how we're going to do the fish. It's a squadron of fish. Red leader, they're going in. Red leader. There they are. Put one over here. All right, I'm done. Got a minute to go. All right, so this is going to go to anybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Kate, for moderating. Thank you, all the people that signed up today. Thank you guys for putting up with this and putting up with all my hijinks and inability to do a proper giveaway. Hold on. Let me figure out how this. Got to get back to the giveaway. Here we go. All right. Everyone is eligible. You have to have been active in the last minute. Just spam once. Do not continue spamming because you will get banned. You will get locked out. You will be embarrassed. You will be frustrated. You'll be going, I won, but I can't say anything. Crispy as a bastard. I saw that flying by. All right. I'm going to wait till I get to a certain number of users that are in the possible giveaway. As you guys type one thing in, you don't have to keep typing in. Although, how does this work? It says users active within the past minute are eligible to win. Does that mean you have to have typed something in the past minute? Or as long as you type something in with the last minute, you're good? Meaning if you type something 10 minutes ago, you're okay. I don't know. It's not super clear. Meaning if it's a shorter window, you're basically saying you have to have said something. But no, you know what? I don't know. Does anyone know? I'm not sure how it works. Nightbot is confusing. All right, if anyone, I'll figure it out later. But it is not super clear, honestly, because if you users active within the past minute are eligible to win, meaning if you have said something in the past minute, you can win, which would be very few people. But if I make it 30 minutes, users active within the past 30 minutes, am I basically saying that you have had to, I don't know what I'm saying. All right, here we go. The winner is Mars Bar 305, a follower since September 9th, 2017. All right. Also a sub. Congrats, man. Or ma'am. I'm just going to leave the next time. I'm just going to leave the default, I think, is 5 minutes. I'm just going to leave it at that because or maybe I'll Google it. I'll figure this out. Not entirely clear. All right. Okay, that is it for me today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for playing along. Got this. Got that. Got this. Oh, I have this. For people that want to, you know what? I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to experiment a little bit with this. I'm going to say users active within the past 15 minutes. Okay, so Rotten Rock just said something, loaded up here. So I think it's the way I think it works, which is basically if I set it to 1 minute, you have to have said something in the last minute to be eligible. If you said something 15 minutes ago, you're eligible. Maybe. I don't know, but as you type stuff in, you guys show up in the user feed. Can Mr. Nightbot contact me and let me know? Winner, winner, chicken dinner, right here. The Zaria says you're right. I said two options, so I don't know what I'm right about. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I'll wait till we get a little bit more. Did you assume Nightbot's gender? Oh, yes. I'm so sorry. Mr. or Mrs. Nightbot. Or any other gender. Sorry. That was yes, that was a blind sexist comment. Yes. Either or neither gender. Whatever. How dare you? What is this? Heck 1023. All right, Heck 1023. If you win, I'm not going to give this to you because you don't know what this is. I mean, you shouldn't even want this, honestly. It makes no sense. All right, here we go. The winner is Robin _235, following since September 10th, 2017. Robin. There we go. I hope you like it. I hope you're not going, I have no idea what I just won, because that's very likely as well. But it's a reference to a game. To a video game. Alright, that is it. I've hit the end of my rope. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Next week is New York Comic Con, so I don't know if I will be streaming at all. Possibly from my hotel room. I always say that, but I never do. It gets too busy. So Aquaman says goodbye. Bishop says goodbye. Swamp Thing says and then the box says nothing because the box is dead. See you guys later.